Most people aren't chasing success, they're chasing proof. Proof that they're worthy, proof that they matter, proof that the noise in their head was wrong about them. And I used to believe something like that, like if I could get enough letters behind my name, PhD or PsyD, whatever the case may be, it would finally make people listen. But the truth is, I wasn't trying to educate the world, I was trying to silence my own insecurity. And I see this in so many of my clients too. So they grind, they hustle, they prove themselves until burnout hits and joy collapses. Why? Because every time the experience doesn't match the expectation, the brain fires off a negative dopamine prediction error and you're left emptier even though you're doing more. You see what I'm saying? So in the Gospel of Matthew, even Jesus refused to prove who he was. And after God said, "This is my son in whom I'm well pleased," the devil tempted him to prove it. But if he needed proof, it would mean he didn't believe what was already spoken. And later he says, "Look at the lilies. They don't toil, they don't perform, and yet they flourish." So the goal isn't necessarily to prove yourself to the world, it is to improve yourself before God. You are not a cause looking for an effect, you are an effect born from a divine cause. The moment I stopped chasing approval and started pursuing alignment, everything shifted. The degrees didn't define me anymore, my obedience did. So if I take a moment and share with you a thought that some people have, which is I'm not good enough, and we can see that here, I can show you how it cascades into a series of thoughts. So if I scroll up here and look at I'm a failure as a result of thinking that I'm not good enough, that is the next thought that comes up that cascades from I'm not good enough. And then that leads to shame. That's the feeling that I experience over and over again each day, which leads to me avoiding or trying new things. And then what happens as a consequence of that is I settle for less. So if I think that I'm not good enough, it can lead to I always disappoint people. And then I have this fear of rejection. And then I move into people pleasing because that's what I do as a result of me believing I'm not good enough. And then I don't express my needs. That's the consequence of me believing that I'm not good enough. Or maybe it's I'm not good enough, I'll never measure up to anything, which leads to anxiety because that's the feeling I'm going to experience over and over again, which is going to lead me to procrastination, and then I'm going to sabotage opportunities that come up. And then, or if I'm not good enough, that can cascade into others are better than me, which leads to low self-worth, which leads to me not speaking up for myself, which means to me feeling invisible. That's the consequence again. If the consequence is the belief that no one cares, then if I reverse engineer this, then I'm probably isolating myself. And then because I've isolated myself, that was because I felt hopeless. And then because I had felt hopeless, I was thinking nothing I do matters. So that's me reverse engineering it. But all of that came from I'm not good enough. You see what I'm saying? So a person can see how a belief like I'm not good enough can cascade into settling for less, not expressing your needs, sabotaging opportunities, feeling invisible, developing a belief that no one cares. You see what I'm saying? On the other hand, if I believe I am valued and connected, then this might cascade into I matter to the people around me, or it could cascade into my presence makes a difference, or it can cascade into I can reach out and be supported, or it can cascade into I can express my needs openly, or maybe it cascades into I am worthy of love just as I am, which that could lead to self-acceptance, inner peace, and then consequently it would look like consistent emotional stability in my life. If my original thought was I'm valued and connected, that could cascade into I can reach out and be supported, which leads to trust because that's the feeling I'm going to experience. And then that leads to emotional safety and reduced anxiety. So you can see how a series of thoughts can cascade from the original thought of I'm valued and connected. And it's the same thing with any thought that you can come up with. And the reason that I bring this up is because if you experience a triggering thought, it's going to create an emotion, and then that's going to lead to how your body feels. okay? Your brain starts to notice the feeling, which then generates more matching thoughts. And then that leads to a strengthened emotional response, which reinforces the neural pathways, and then you condition your body to that emotion, which then that emotion becomes your default state, and then the person's state of being is shaped by their past, which leads to automatic thoughts because they continue, and then the cycle repeats. So we think, we feel, we behave because of the story we tell ourselves, not because of someone else or some other thing in our lives. You see what I'm saying? This is why I talk about this so heavily, because I want people to understand that you're feeling the way you're feeling because of how you've conditioned yourself to feel. Now you're used to the feeling, and if you feel something else, your body can't predict. So it always brings you back to that cycle. You see what I'm saying? So stop trying to earn validation from people who are still searching for their own. This week, I want you to focus on improving your inner alignment, not proving your outer worth. And check out the link in my bio for more resources and tools you can use to become better than who you were yesterday. And always remember to find freedom from within, mindfulness for a secure mind.